Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The moment I stepped out of the courthouse, the ink on my divorce papers still drying, my phone buzzed with a notification that froze my breath. It was a message from Daniel. A simple one. Too simple. I'd like you to come to my wedding rehearsal tonight. It would mean a lot. For a moment, everything inside me splintered. I stared at the screen, unable to process the words. We had signed the final documents less than an hour ago. My hands trembled. My pulse hammered so hard I felt it in my teeth. Wedding. Rehearsal. Tonight. I blinked against the harsh afternoon sun, the courthouse steps blurring. I thought it had to be a mistake, a joke, a cruel glitch from the universe. But Daniel never joked like that, not even when we were happy. And then I saw the attached photo, a rehearsal invitation, and the bride's name was Lauren. Lauren, my former coworker, my friend, the woman who sat beside me for 4 years sharing lunch breaks, inside jokes, and whispered confessions about her disastrous dating life. The woman who had hugged me last month and said she was sorry that my marriage was ending. My legs nearly buckled. I should have gone home. I should have ignored the message. Instead, something sharp and reckless curled inside me. A mix of grief and fury that tasted like blood in my mouth. I typed back, "I'll be there." The garden venue was warm with soft lights strung through the trees, glowing gold against the dusk. Everything looked peaceful, beautiful, like a scene from a movie designed to soothe the soul. But my chest was a battlefield. I saw Daniel first, in a white shirt, sleeves rolled to his elbows, talking to the event coordinator. He looked relaxed, happy, a version of him I had not seen in years. Then Lauren stepped into view. My heart twisted so violently I winced. She wore a pale blue dress that skimmed her waist, her hair pinned loosely back. She laughed at something Daniel said, touching his arm in a way that was far too familiar. That was when the truth dropped in my stomach with the weight of a falling stone. They had not fallen in love after the divorce. This had been happening before. Slow hints, ignored. Late nights at work. Secret smiles I had blamed on my own insecurity. Missed calls. Unexplained tension. I had rationalized everything because that is what hope does before it dies. I stood frozen at the edge of the garden until Daniel noticed me. His smile faltered, then rearranged itself into something carefully warm. "Anna, you came. Why did you invite me?" My voice was thin, stretched too tight. He exhaled, glancing away. "Because I wanted closure. For both of us." Closure. That single word was a blade. Lauren approached then, her expression uncertain, her fingers tangled together. "Hi, Anna." The sound of my name in her voice was a poison I felt everywhere. I swallowed hard. "So it was you," I said softly. "All this time." Her breath hitched. She tried to look me in the eye but faltered. "It just happened. I never meant to hurt you." I almost laughed. The sound rose, bitter and trembling, but died before leaving my throat. Daniel stepped closer. "We didn't plan any of this. So when did it start?" The question left me before I could stop it. "While I was still your wife. Or earlier than that." Lauren closed her eyes. Daniel rubbed the back of his neck. The silence between us was the answer. My vision blurred, but I refused to let tears fall. "Not here. Not in front of them." "You should have told me," I whispered. "Both of you." Lauren's voice cracked. "I know. I'm sorry. Sorry." Another blade. Daniel reached out slightly, as if wanting to comfort me, but stopping himself. "I didn't want to hurt you more than I already had." "You don't get to decide that," I said. My words shook but they held. "You already did." For a moment, none of us spoke. Conversations from other guests drifted in the background. Laughter, glasses clinking, everything painfully normal while my world was breaking open. I turned away, my hands cold, my throat tight, but then Lauren said something that stopped me mid-step. "I wasn't the only one he talked to while you were married." I froze. Daniel hissed her name, but she continued, shaking. "He was seeing someone else before me, a woman from his gym." A fresh wave of nausea rolled through me. Betrayal layered over betrayal, each more corrosive than the last. I looked at Daniel, searching for even a flicker of denial. He only looked defeated. "I made mistakes," he said quietly. Mistakes. Such a small word for so much ruin. A strange calm swept through me then. Not forgiveness, not acceptance. Something colder. A final severing. The moment my heart stopped trying to understand and finally let go. "You invited me here," I said, "because you wanted to feel like the good guy. You wanted absolution without ever earning it." He flinched but didn't argue. "And you," I said to Lauren, "wanted me to bless your happiness. But I won't. Not because I hate you, but because I finally love myself enough not to." I stepped back, letting the lights blur behind me. "I hope your wedding is everything you deserve," I said. "Both of you." I walked away before the tears came. And when they did, they were not for Daniel or Lauren. They were for the woman I had been. The one who waited too long to see the truth. Tonight I buried her. Tonight I began again.